redemption arcs: Anakin Skywalker, Professor Snape, Boromir, Zuko. Does Cyberpunk 2077 belong within this legendary group? On this month's episode, we follow the downfall of one of the video game's most treasured developers, CD Projekt Red, and what they did to try to climb their way out of one of the most disastrous launches of all time. Did they complete their redemption arc? Find out on Baby Come Back.
Hello there, Night City! Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams. Ooh, I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her. Every new day here means 100 new arrivals, but only half these gonks will survive a year, and that's if it's a good one.
Following the development of one of the best games of all time, Witcher 3, the Polish game developer had a lot of pressure on their next big project. Although the game was worked on while the production of Witcher 3 was in full effect, they released their first teaser trailer in 2013. From that point forward, the hype train that was Cyberpunk 2077 picked up speed and didn't stop. Behind the scenes, gameplay changes and scope of the project changed. Resigning developers, cancel culture drama seemed to be minor hiccups through the production process, but delay after delay made some buyers concerned. Some games fall into developer hell, even outright canceled. But finally, for better or worse, the game came out on December 10th, 2020. And boy would I say for worse, especially on the older consoles. A game believed to be too strenuous for the outdated last-gen console hardware became a fact. Consumers and critics who had been deceived for years revolted against CD Projekt Red, even forcing PlayStation to rip the game off their marketplace and prompting apology tweets and PR speak from the developer. Cars randomly exploding, textures being almost non-existent, a barren city void of life besides carbon copies of maybe 5 different types of people. And some quests just downright being broken. And that's not even talking about the balancing of the game itself. Many believed the game would be abandoned. Lesson learned, on to Cyberpunk 2, but the foul taste in CD Projekt Red's mouth sparked something that had not been seen in the video game market, at least not in recent years. Games like Anthem, or most recently the day before, bombed. Their failed launches digging a hole so deep their developers had little to no chance to succeed. I believed Cyberpunk had the same fate, but following the biggest free patch in their new DLC, Phantom Liberty, they had done the impossible. The good guys turned evil, flipped the switch, and fell back into good graces. September 21st, 2023 brought on free patch 2.0, and a few days later the anticipated spy thriller / DLC, Phantom Liberty. As reviews came out, I noticed something. They were good, but not just good, people felt like the game was in a great spot. They were noticing major changes in the game, and I'll list a few. There were new weapons, clothing, vehicles affixed to the dreaded police pop-in, and changes to the NCPD AI behavior. The game now had vehicle combat and vehicle part destruction, i.e. tires being shot out. A major AI combat overhaul which improved their reactions to the player and grenades. Armor was now attached to cyberware so clothing could be worn as a cosmetic item instead. No more are the days that a person has to wear the ugliest clothes to get the best armor. And I haven't even talked about the Netrunner balancing in the new perk tree. Personally, I never bought the game at launch. I waited wisely for the reviews to come out. Sadly, a lesson I did not learn when it came to Battlefield or Starfield. But with all of the newfound hype, I jumped in and bought the game. What I found was one of the most immersive and role-playing games I had played since Skyrim. I I created a John Wick type player who started off as a sword, sniper, pistol main, but soon turned into a full-fledged netrunner. Did the playstyle change because of balancing issues or I wasn't having fun? No, to the contrary, I was having more fun being a netrunner. As a person who usually muscles his way through stories and missions and games, I found out that being able to slow time, fry somebody's brain, take control of a turret behind them, gun down 5 guys, then cause the final guy's gun to jam just in time for me to close the distance and lop their head off with a samurai sword was what I wanted to play the game like. The game's main story was gripping, and I found the side quests and random encounters to pull me deep into the seedy streets of Night City.
You seeing this?
The neon lights, the chrome people were wearing as they walked past me, everything about this game made me feel like I was actually in the game. The gunplay, although isn't perfect, for being their first dive into the FPS field, felt smooth and fun. Cyberpunk gave me the feeling that I wish Starfield gave me, and I was so hyped for that game I bought the $300 Constellation Edition. So I guess the questions are, is the game fun? Yes. Is it worth trying in 2024? Absolutely. Did CD Projekt Red complete the redemption arc? For 2077, a resounding yes. As a company I trust and respect is still up in the air. Time will tell if they've truly learned their lesson. But until that time comes, sit down, strap on your brain dance, and enjoy one of the most gripping games I played in the last decade. I'm Dad, not Daddy, and I'll leave you with this short 3-minute clip of me having the most fun I've had in a video game in a while. Oh, and don't forget, like and subscribe if you want to get more notifications for my monthly video releases. Thank you guys for the support, and enjoy.
Not like this!